Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, to rule well and teach well, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's out there pushing his truth and our honesty and sincerity across four corners of the earth. Shalom. This is the brother Yerumla coming at you with a quick video through the spirit, power, and mercy of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And I do want to speak real briefly on the CBDC, central banking digital currency, which they're going to use that as a ploy, to initiate the digital ID. And you can see the situation that's going on in Thailand. They freezing and taking people bank accounts away, which they're trying to say, it's whether it's true or false, but they trying to say, it's through people setting up scam accounts, scamming people and taking their money. All right, so they're taking basically shut it down to get at the scam accounts, which there are thousands of accounts like that. You can, if you understand, we're in the digital era, which, is millions of scam calls to go out daily. All right, so they're using it as an attempt to track where stolen money and things coming from. And you can see how it can affect the average person, because they said the average people out there, the citizens, even getting their accounts frozen and taken away, and their accounts in the negative. All right, so imagine if everything go digital. All right, they can just say, oh, your account is under investigation, certain things. They can use that to freeze your account, and ultimately can make you or tell you to get the digital ID, so they can be like, okay, you'll be verified for and all these different things, so it's just a ploy, for the brain, that charagma, that beast system is coming across the four corners of the earth or the whole world. All right, so Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14 says, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wastiness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, as their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured in the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. So, it's going to be a lot of, destruction, distress coming across the land. So what's the ways you can be affected? By the way, your pockets, by the way of famine, pestilences. All right. Because through the digital ID or through the charagma, all right, that's going to be your medical identification. All right. Your way of getting your wages. All right. To pay for such as food and things. But we're going to be in a time of hyperinflation to where you won't be able to afford it. So if you get that identification, all right, it's going to be, the scriptures say of it being a sword, ultimately it can cause, affections and cancers in your body. All right, you're not supposed to have nothing implanted in you. All right, but also, all right, it's going to be a sword to you, because, you still won't be able to live comfortably or, or an affordable, or have and maintain an affordable life. All right. So if you get that charagma, you're not guaranteed to eat. Or you're going to be plagued in the body, in the flesh, in the mind, in the spirit. Or you're going to be under heavy restrictions. All right. You ain't going to have no freedom. All right. You're going to be under heavy restrictions and surveillance. All right. So neither your gold nor silver will be able to save you. No which gold and silver is the real money. All right. But even then, you ain't going to be able to use it in that time. And also the modern day gold and silver is what people use today, is the FRNs, the dollar bills, the Federal Reserve notes. So, hey, you're gonna be without nothing, man. All right. So without a physical fiat currency, all right, that's what you people gonna be without. And ultimately that's gonna make y'all people, understand and feel broke. Cause with the CBDC, you just getting a fake, all right, currency applied to you, which nobody gonna really have money through this system. All right, it's gonna be set up on a point credited system. All right, and they can decide who's wealthy and who's not. All right, with the CBDC is just a digital fiat currency, man. Which, by the way, they have Bitcoin, all these different things out there. All right, they already have it set up as we speak, but it's not at a point where everyone is forced to get it. All right, so get Revelation chapter 13. Verse 16, it says, he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right, so you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell unless you have this mark, man. All right, that's gonna be your way of life, or you people that stay attached to the system. All right, so you can cause all, both small and great, whether you're a known person or you're not known, or whether you locked up or you're out here free to roam about. All right, whether you rich or poor, don't matter what social economic class you're a part of. All right, they're gonna cause you to take this thing in either your hands or in your forehead. They're preferred in your head, man. That's why you got Neuralink and all these different things. All right, because if you have it in your head, they can for sure have a control over your spirit and over your whole being, man. That's what they want. This devil want to play the most high, so in control of your whole being, man. So that's why we say, especially you Israelite, man, don't take this, man. That's you signing your death certificate, pretty much. All right. So that's all I have right now. So Lord willing, is edifying. When that being said, shalom.